Hey guys, well, you can actually see I'm at my grandparents' farm. This is actually my first time coming out here for 2014. So I'm just out here just for the day. So normally I usually stay up here usually for a couple days, but that was originally my plan. I would stay up here until Monday, and today's Saturday, but I have to go home tonight because I gotta go back to work tomorrow for a mandatory overtime. And so thought I'd just show you some stuff around here. So there's my card. I brought my CS400 over here and didn't make no cutting video, unfortunately, even though I just actually used it. My grandparents had a cedar tree right here, but unfortunately the tree had died last fall. It was still alive whenever the last time I was up here. The last time I was up here was June of last year. It's been approximately a year since I was last up here. And so I actually cut it down. And then I just cut it flat from right there. Only if YouTube would have had some smell-o-vision, y'all would have smelled this. And I tell you what, boy, this cedar, it sure does smell good. I know one thing, the insects don't like it though. Yep. And there's all them cedar wood shavings just while cutting. I just love how that actually looks. Now they didn't actually grow this tree. The cedar tree actually came somewhere from out into the pasture, and I don't know for sure on how long they've had the tree right there. They've always had kept it watered just until for some reason the tree had just started dying. And so yeah, and so I actually did cut it down. It was actually my first time actually ever felling a tree, and for the first time felling a tree, I actually did pretty good. And so once after we had cut it down, and I had just cut it straight from right there, and my grandfather took out the Farmall H and took a chain, attached it onto the tree, and my grandfather had pulled it out over into the field, which is just way over there. We can just walk over there. There is a pile of other branches that I had cut from last year, or that could have been some from leftover from the year before last, but I don't know. I think it's all from last year. So yeah, it's just all overgrown. Yeah, that's just all it is. It never just got burned. My grandparents probably weren't even able to actually burn it, probably due to the burn ban. Yep, so there's the cedar tree. Yeah, you can tell that poor tree, it's deader than a doornail. Even though it used to look real good. But that's its resting place right there. Alright, so now I'm inside the barn, just being windy outside. And I don't even know if y'all had even heard me talking just while I was outside while the wind was blowing. If y'all couldn't hear me, I'm sorry. So, yep. nothing much has changed in here. And also, my grandfather just got him a whole new piece of equipment. Got him a new trimmer, a Poulan Pro. I'll do a little quick video on it just before I head home. Here's his two chainsaws. Here's the McCulloch Eager Beaver that I fixed last summer. It still runs good. The Poulan Wood Shark. The last time I was up here, I couldn't actually get it started, and actually this time, you wouldn't even believe it, I actually got it running, and I didn't even do anything to it. And so, yeah, but only except for I just had to do one little adjustment on the idle. It was idling just way too low. It just wouldn't want to stay running. And so, yeah. Also, when my grandfather bought that new Poulan Pro power head, he also bought a pole saw attachment, and also, as well as you see right there, that is a 3-foot extension, so it'll maximize up to get a 12-foot reach to it. And so that's real nice. Here's all the tractors. Here's the MTD lawn tractor, just all covered up. And there was a wasp nest on it, and my grandfather actually just took care of them. Also, my grandfather actually got him a mow jack right here, kind of similar to what Donnie Boy 73 has. I think this one is kind of more like for a residential one. It's not a professional one, but it's still really nice. This way makes it easy for my grandfather to actually lift up the lawn tractor, to make it easy for him to actually take the blades off, to either sharpen them or replace them. And so that's really nice. My aunt definitely needs one of these. Both my aunt and her boyfriend John ought to get one of these to have for her lawn tractor, and also for their four-wheeler too. And so, yeah. And of course, just hidden in there is a 72 Chevy C10. My grandfather's mint condition 91 F-150. Really nice truck. Sure is hard to find an old Ford truck in a good condition like this one. Yep. And y'all haven't seen this vehicle in such a long time. They're 96 Ford Windstar, which they used to keep it down at their house. They now keep their Mercury down at their house. Whenever they had their Mercury up here, they usually keep it in the carport, so now they keep their new 2014 Ford Explorer underneath the carport. You know, considering it is a 2014, they bought this car last year, and it's been approximately since a year now since they bought it. Still a nice car though. Actually, let's go back from out here. Oh! And just missed it. There was actually a hummingbird right over at my grandmother's feeder. And I must have scared it just when I had turned back too quick. Yep, my grandparents do have hummingbirds up here. know, they've had this double wide mobile home now for 14 years, and their older original air conditioner actually gave out. This is their brand new air conditioner, a Guardian. So really nice. Not nearly as quiet as our Westinghouse that we have at home. It's really nice. It kind of does resemble the Westinghouse. I almost wonder if this could be made by Nordyne. It almost, just by how the way it looks, it does remind me like if it is. And there's the model and serial number. It doesn't say anywhere to know for sure if it is made by Nordyne. But just by how it does look, because I know our Westinghouse air conditioner at home is made by Nordyne. And I think the old original compressor from up here was also made by Nordyne. Yeah. You know, just shortly after they had this house put in, let's see, back in 2000, it was just a few months later, my grandfather had this barn built just so to have, for him to store all of his stuff, especially the tractors that you all see right here. There's the Husky lawn tractor. So my grandfather's had this lawn tractor now for 13 years. Still running okay. It's the Farmall Cub, Farmall A, Farmall Super C. There's the Craftsman trimmer mower. I'm assuming it's still running good. I don't think it's not quite as good as the DR trimmer mower that's at my aunt's place. It's my favorite tractor out of the collection, if not the oldest, Farmall F20. And then all the way in the back, the Farmall M and John Deere G. They were from my great-grandfathers. The Farmall M was from my great-grandfather on my grandmother's side of the family, and then the John Deere on my grandfather's side of the family, which was his dad, and then for the M's was my grandmother's dad. And so, yeah. Alright, and so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'll probably head home in a little bit so I can upload this video. Alright, so thanks for watching.